right, welcome back everybody to another exciting episode of the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update brought to you by CrackingCryptocurrency.com. As always, I'm your host, Justin Wise, lead analyst and senior mentor at Cracking Cryptocurrency. Hopefully you guys are doing absolutely fantastic wherever you happen to be in the world and however you happen to be watching the show today, whether that's on YouTube, Twitch, or D Live. Before we begin, huge shout out to all the premium members, as well as the members of the YouTube channel, the subscribers and followers on D Live and Twitch, and all you fine folks watching at home, without whom this show would not be possible. Today is February 15th, 2022, foul year of our Lord, an exciting day in the markets. We've got some nice bullish activity, some nice bullish behavior, some trades hitting take profits, and obviously when the money is rolling in and the trades are going good, everybody's happy. I am happy. All things are good. Let's not have any scary talks about inflation. Let's not have any scary talks about the market going down. Let's just enjoy the ride to the upside. But we are going to be talking about those scary things today in today's episode. Is the Fed going to raise inflation rates by an entire 1% as early as March? And will the market tremble and fear? And will all of our long calls essentially go to zero? Will Bitcoin hit $23,000, nay, $17,000? Nobody knows. But we'll try to deduce those answers on today's episode and figure out how we, as traders and market participants, can best profit from this market behavior in whichever way the market goes, because that's the role of a trader, is to make money in whichever direction the market is moving. So, without further ado, if you guys have any questions or chart requests, make sure to throw them in the chat. The format of today's show is essentially going to be the same as it's been for a while now, or at least yesterday. More emphasis on live trading in the show, more emphasis on analysis and setups moving forward, and a little less emphasis on just the blah, blah, blah. So, shout outs to everybody I see in the chat. We've got Mr. H, we've got Don Verelst, we've got Murdoch the Murloc, Mr. Ether, Robert Warner. Good to see you guys in the chat. Hopefully we can get a nice show going today. Okay, without further ado, let's get into the live scene and look at the markets and look at whether or not I'm making or losing money. That's what people like to see. So let's go. All right, here we are in the live scene. We've got a lot of squigglies. So let's just let's do a quick recap of yesterday. And yesterday's price target came true and then some. If you guys will recall, yesterday we were trading in this range, this accumulation range that Bitcoin was in. And when we started yesterday's trading episode, we were right here. And of course, I did have two losing trades right off the bat, as I was, again, looking for this bullish breakout of this range. Again, I was just seeing the tightening, the coiling, and it's generally just as simple as if price has been moving down, and then it begins moving sideways, generally, especially if we're in an area that looks oversold on the higher time frames, or if we're in an area that's by critical support on the higher time frames, then we can generally assume that this sideways movement is going to be accumulation and not redistribution. We have to obviously take one trade or the other, unless we're trading like complicated options here in cryptocurrency, which is a little less more popular. And again, we just leverage the majority of what we're doing. Of course, what I'm doing is just going to be leverage trading on Bybit. So we do have to pick a direction in which to trade. Now, there are complicated options such as hedging, all things of these natures. But anyways, yeah, so we were looking for that bullish trade yesterday. And we kind of preface that with the fact that we are in this area that on the weekly time, we already had our weekly targets. And we'll get to that when we get to the weekly chart and kind of go over kind of the big picture outlook for cryptocurrency. But Bitcoin's been performing well today. And it performed very well yesterday. So that was the trade that we were looking for. And being able to adapt and actually trade the chart that's in front of you instead of being married to your analysis when it is clearly wrong. That is the point of doing technical analysis in the first place. It's not that it magically predicts which way the market's going to go. That would be impossible. You do have to take a chance. You do have to take a gamble with every single trade that you take, because the market can move against you. The market can move up, it can move down, or it can move sideways, making your trade not profitable. But utilizing technical analysis allows you to establish moments and levels and events that may or may not happen, but when those moments do happen, you will be able to respond to them, right? Either in the case of, I'm waiting for a particular setup, I'm waiting for these conditions to occur, and when these conditions occur, I will enter my trade because that's what I want to see, and I've tested this, or my experience has shown me that when these conditions occur, this generally follows, and you can profit off of that maneuver. Alternatively, technical analysis can also save your ass because you can also establish levels where your idea, your trade idea, becomes invalidated. So you can establish a level that you don't want to break, and should that level break, you want to be out of your trade, and that can help you reduce your losses. And also, if you're clever or quick enough, reestablish yourself perhaps into the winning side of the trade. Now, it comes with a caveat because you don't want to be constantly flipping back and forth, but as you grow in experience and as you grow in patience and discipline, these things will pay lots of dividends throughout your trading career. So yesterday, as you guys will recall, we were in this accumulation range, and I took 2 losing trades right off the bat because we'll kind of point those out. I have them marked out right here on the chart. So right here where this white line is, and right here where this white line is. I was attempting to catch a falling knife as price went down because, again, I was looking for this breakout trade. I wanted price to break out of the range. And what was a little frustrating, too, if you guys will recall, is that I was in the right direction. So I was looking for a long in this area right here of the market right before I went live with the stream. And then this candle right here happened. And once that candle happened, I mean, I was really excited when this candle was green. And I was thinking that this might be the breakout candle. So I was getting ready to go long with a market long. And then this is always why you want to wait for candles to close, because the candle closed an immediate rejection. It was a stop loss hunt. You can see that the top of the wick travels right above these 2 previous highs. So catching any shorts that were in the market out, just catching those 50x and 25x perhaps leverage shorts out, catching their liquidations, providing a lot of exit liquidity so that the actual trade, which was the short, could occur. And as soon as this candle happened, I did take the short. And then right here, I still had my bias. I was still looking for that long trade. And I closed out my short. So I didn't really make that much money, although I did make some. And I went long, got stopped out, went long again here, got stopped out. And then I finally kind of zoomed the chart out and tried to get an idea of, because if I took one more losing trade, 3 losses in a day means I have to stop trading. So I zoomed the chart out and I established this box, and I saw that, okay, well, we're in a range. So how can we trade ranges? Reversion to the mean entry strategy. So when we see a range, when we see a high volume node, we can draw a box around that high volume node, and any price deviations away from that area, those are going to be our entry areas. So we can just see here, I've circled all of them. So we've got the circled lows and we've got the circled highs. And when you're trading in a range, when you're using a range trading strategy, essentially you're going to be shorting here, covering down here, longing here, and exiting somewhere up here. So pretty simple strategy. That's actually how we got this final entry. So we took this long live on stream, and this was our price target right here, 43,300. We did, of course, overshoot that, but just a beautiful maneuver. We went right back up to the top of the range following that. And you can see here, that taking a short here would have not been a bad trade. You just had to monitor the chart. So we can see here that this would have been a good short, a price deviation out of the extreme yet one more time, trading above that high volume node. Price pulls back to the 200 period exponential moving average and the 50 period exponential moving average following this golden cross. And then price just begins breaking out. So once you kind of see this price dip down and then start trading back above, you either want to take your profits down here or just be ready to get out. So moving that stop loss down. Now, I didn't take that trade. I wasn't even at the charts in front of the computer at that time. I took the long, price moved up, and then this all happened while I was offline. So price came up, hit my profit target, and then I've missed this part of the trade. However, I did just get long again. So here, I'll show that for you guys right here. As you guys can see, I did just get long again on BTC USDT. My entry price here was 43,931.50. So right here, right about here is when I got long again. And you guys can see here that kind of the same situation. We've got a high volume node. Sorry, I don't want that. Skadoop. What's the best way to do this? Okay. Yeah, so we've got a couple areas here. I don't want to draw too much on the chart, but yeah, let's go ahead and so yeah, we've got this high volume node right here, and we've got this high volume node right here that's now formed. So essentially, we're going to be doing the exact same thing that we were doing down here. We'll just try to catch it ahead of time. So we're just going to be range trading this new range. And essentially, we're going to be shorting any deviations above the range, and we're going to be longing any deviations below the range. All right, that's what we're going to be doing. Now, since we do have the 50 EMA on top of the 200, we've got a bullish cross. We are going to be more biased to the long side, and we do kind of want to be careful about rejections from this point of control. But essentially, the strategy is going to remain the same for today, and as long as we remain in this range, looking for breakouts or breakdowns of these ranges. So if price does break significantly above this range, we'll just look to take that breakout long, or we'll wait for the pullback and get long following that. If price breaks down out of this range, we'll look to take the breakdown short, or if we get a pullback, we'll re-enter or add to our position on that pullback long, or on that pullback to the range. And then I'll be looking to pick up longs as a knife catch in this range right here, right? So this is a nice high volume node, level of reaccumulation before a second push of this bullish maneuver. So I'll be looking to pick up longs in this area. Again, very similar. We'll range trade this area until it breaks. And you can see right here, this huge gap, this huge low volume node gap. I do expect price to come down here and retest this, very similar to a gap, or like Bitcoin CME gaps. We often see gaps filled. So if price breaks down from this area, I would expect a pretty violent and quick maneuver down here, back down to the top of the previous range, and then we'll just kind of trade bouncing around those areas. But overall, none of that's happened. So that's the game plan right now. We are in the upper range, so we are just going to range trade this again, shorting any deviations above the range, longing any deviations below the range, and we'll just follow along in that fashion until we get a breakout or breakdown, in which we'll continue on with our trade. So that's the game plan for the lower time frames and the active trading that we're going to be doing today and moving forward, and so right now we're long, and we'll stay in that long. You guys can also see that we're in that Luna long, and I called that Luna long yesterday for the premium members, and we are doing really well with that. So again, up about $400 on that trade right now today. So not bad, good stuff. And we'll just kind of carry on with that. Yeah, made $200 yesterday off. You can see that daily realized P&L right there. I made $200 yesterday off of that Bitcoin trade. So again, just shooting for those nice targets here. So we'll get rid of that for now so you guys can see more of my chest. I know that's very popular here on the stream. And all right, so now I do have my eyes on, and I actually set the, let's go here. Is it active? Yeah, you guys can see here that oh no, you can't. Let me bring that back up, sorry. So you guys can see here that I do have an active, or no, I don't. Okay, so I didn't set it. All right, cool. I was trying to hurry up and get ready before the show, so we will, let's just scroll that up here. Okay, we'll get rid of that for now, and we'll come back to that here in a little bit. And what we want to do, there's a couple things that I got my eye on today. Probably the one that I'm watching the closest is going to be looks. Hopefully, can you guys see that? No, you guys can't see that. Let me put that over here. There we go. So looks, a lot of people are really upset. So for those of you guys who don't know, Looks is an alternative to OpenSea. It's an NFT platform. It has its own token. And this has been just absolutely tanking. There's a lot of bad press around the Looks token right now. Apparently, the dev team, the creator team, has siphoned out about $73 million worth of wrapped Ethereum, and they're pushing all of the wrapped Ethereum through Tornado Cash, which is the most popular Ethereum coin mixing service. So very similar. It's essentially a Bitcoin tumbler for Ethereum. If you guys are not familiar, I'm sure you guys are though. So it allows you to essentially mix your coins with other coins so that the source of the coins is somewhat obfuscated. Now, these things have questionable effectiveness, but Tornado Cash is pretty it's used. If you know whether you want to be anonymous, or whether you want to obfuscate, whether you're a criminal, Tornado Cash services all individuals equally, which is what I love about decentralized networks and decentralized protocols like Ethereum and like Bitcoin and like all these others, like all these cryptocurrencies, because they do allow you, they allow the same use cases for legitimate users and criminals. But anyways, Looks has been absolutely tanking. And I know some of my peers are actually focused on shorting this right now. We're actually going to get here. I want to. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a new chart layout. No, thank you. And Looks is available on Bybit, so we can trade this. And yeah, so as you guys can see, this chart just looks like absolute booty hole right here. But I want you to pay attention to a few things. Look at this massive volume coming in today. It's absolutely huge. The buy volume coming in today is tremendous. So I think that we might have reached a local bottom in Looks. I don't care about the fundamentals. I don't care if it's an exit scam. I really don't care what the devs are doing. I'm a trader. You know, I take a position and then I take profit. So I don't care about the fundamentals here. So I think we're probably going to be looking to pick up a Looks position today and riding that out here for a while. So first off, let's just get my chart so that it's not hurting your guys' eyes. And then we will get our indicators up here. So, okay, so the first thing I want to do is, obviously there's just not a whole lot to work with here on the daily. Obviously we could not look at Bybit and get more historical data, but I don't care. I don't care. Again, as I've said before, like when we're looking at kind of trades like this, the historical data doesn't matter as much. Price responds to local areas of support and resistance generally. Now, listen, we'll make the argument here. Let's see if we can get. Let's just for the shit of it. Let's look on Huobi, and yeah, okay. So Huobi doesn't give us much more. Looks is a relatively new token, anyways. Sorry, that's back to Bybit. What about OKEX? Maybe, yeah, maybe a little bit more data there, but essentially we're at lows relative to the price on exchanges. Yeah, CoinEx, no different. Poloniex, maybe. Yeah, even less. Cool. So, you know, again, I don't care. We could pull up more information maybe on a deck screener. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, so. As we can just see here on the daily, let's pull up our, okay, Minx does not have enough data to work with here. There's just not enough time. Parallax doesn't have enough data to work with here either. So we're going to have to go down to a lower time frame if we want to get some kind of information here from our indicators. So let's start off by going to the 3-hour time frame. Okay. Looking good. And let's go ahead and get bottom feeder on there. And let's look at the baseline. What do we got this baseline set for? This is Ehlers. So we want to actually do the Donchian 26. Okay. We want to get rid of that. And we also want to get rid of the qualifier. Just for the purposes we're going to be using it. So bottom feeder is not catching this very well. Wasn't designed for this. That's totally fine. Okay. So let's look here on the 3-hour time frame. All right, so we do have oversold conditions here on Minx. We just had oversold conditions here on Parallax right here. And then we did have, let's see here. No. Okay, so the other important thing that I want to look at here. Okay, so we got oversold conditions on the 3-hour time frame, both from Parallax, from both our momentum oscillators. I don't really see any divergence, so to speak. Here we've got the previous low, and then we just have a lower low, so nothing really here. We could check this against, you know, like our traditional indicators, like RSI. Let's look at the relative strength index and see if we have any divergence here. Even though I'm not a big fan of the RSI, who cares? Yeah, I'm not really seeing any divergence here from the RSI. One indicator, so my favorite indicator for divergence is usually the Fisher transform, but the MACD is not terrible. for looking at divergence. Yeah, and I'm not seeing any divergence here either. Okay. Also, you guys know that I absolutely love the QQE mod. So, and yeah, I'm not really seeing any divergence here either. Nothing, I mean, nothing super, super important to write home to mom about. Okay. Okay. But the biggest thing that I want to kind of point out is look at this massive amount of volume right here at this local bottom. So we know that volume comes into the markets at the beginning of trends and at the end of trends. So I would wager, coupled with, if we could go over and look at, I think it's like Lunar Crush. Yeah, it's lunarcrush.com. No. So Lunar Crush is a sentiment analysis website. And I want the token, though. I don't want this feed bullshit. Yeah. You know, I could spend some more time here, like figuring out how to navigate this website that I haven't used that much. But all I was kind of looking to see is I wanted to see if I could see like social media engagement, like if there were a ton of more posts. And we can just see here from my tweet deck. If we just kind of scroll back in the tweet deck, like everyone is like freaking out about looks and shorting it. And they've been shorting it. And I just, you know, listen, I'm going to be a contrarian here. So I'm probably going to be looking to pick up a long position today. But I just want to do a little bit more TA here and try to get a good entry. So I want to use VPVR, which is one of my favorite tools for finding targets and establishing stop losses. Okay, so we can see here that the most volume by price came in right here at the bottom. All right, so that is significant. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to draw out this support box. Okay, so one way that we could do this is we can see here that we've got the top of the range around like $2.25, and the bottom of the range around like $1.80. All right, so that is a range right there. That's a tradable range of like 20%. Cool. So we could wait until a break at the top of this box and then wait for the pullback and then go. And I know that's really bullish. I wasn't really like expecting that kind of moon bullishness here. But I want to see what the distance is. This low volume node distance is about 9%. So I'm going to undercut that just a little bit. So $2.40 is going to be my first target on this. And I've got two options for stop losses here. Now, since price is consolidating right at this point of control, It's possible that on this way back up, it rejects from here and then comes back down to this point right here, which is, I would actually, and again, I'm going to overshoot it. So you guys see this little spike, this low volume node, this high volume node spike right here that corresponds with the market bottom. So it's possible the price retraces there. And actually, I'd want to pick up just a little bit above that. So again, I'm going to set a line right here. Okay. So we've got our buy-in and our potential buy-in, and we've definitely got our first target. Now I want to get, sorry that that's on there. High, low, and average. It bugs me. I don't know why that stuff keeps coming back. Let's see here. Let's establish a few more targets here, and here. Now I don't know if this is going to happen. That'd be a 40% trade if we are able to, one, break above the current high volume node range that we're in. So we'd get 9% moving up here into this consolidation range. If we're able to travel above that and shoot through the next low volume node, that's going to add another 10%, 12% to our trade. And then finally, the biggest jump is getting over this high volume node spike because there's this low volume node. You can see this big candle right here. It just tore through. I would expect price to tear through back on the way back up and add another 13% to our trade. So if we're able to enter in this area right here, we're looking at a potential 40% trade right here. Can it happen? Absolutely. Who's not going to want to pump and dump looks? When you just be a contrarian here. Now, could looks absolutely go to zero here? Possibly, and then I'm going to be, I'll have a losing trade, whatever. But yeah, this is what I'm looking at today. So I think we're probably just gonna enter. I think we'll enter with 50% of our position just right here beneath the point of control. And we'll set a limit order for the other half of our position down at 1971, $1.97. And we'll manage risk right here at $1.90. Yep, I think that's what we do. Okay, so all right, so we're going to go over to Bybit. And before we enter here, let's actually go down and try to get a better entry based off TA. So again, normally, you know what? I want to be patient with this one. So I don't want to make the same mistake that I made yesterday with Bitcoin. So we are actually just going to look for price, You can see we've established essentially a range here. So we're either going to wait for the breakout here, I think, or we're going to wait for price to come back down to a deviation of the range. So we're going to look for price to come outside of the range here. And we might be missing out. So yeah, I think that might be the way to go about doing it. We could enter with something like nominal here. That's another, like we enter with like $100 just to say we're in the trade. And then try to pick up our real position down here. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Just to, so we're just going to get in the trade for like $100 right now. So that's going to be like 50 of them. Yeah. There we go. $105.59. Proof of trade right there. You guys can see, hopefully. Just got 50 of them. Nominal value of $105. All right, so now we could say we did something. All right, so now we want to set an alert for, go back out to the daily. Let's stick to our previous plan here and delete our squiggly line. And, oh, 3 hour actually, sorry, excuse me. There we go. Okay, so let's set an alert for here. And we'll also set an alert for here. Okay. You know, and again, we might miss it. And if we miss it, if price does not dip and just continues up, then we're either going to have to enter on a breakout, which is more risky, or we're going to have to enter on a pullback. Either way. But okay. All right. So game plan established for looks. Cool. So again, our current entry on Bitcoin today is right here. We've had price move up. Price is pulling back right now. And that's okay. We're going to let it. Again, the plan here is to range trade this properly, so we'll just be patient. We do need to go ahead and manage risk, so we do have to set our stop loss. So right now, our entry on BTC USDT is 43,931.50. Okay, so let's manage risk at 0.4% right here. So 43,755. And we're going to set our target profit right here at 44. We're actually going to set it right here. 44,325. Okay. All right, got our stop loss set. Got our take profit set. And now let's check in with y'all. Okay, we've got Cornholio. Good to see you guys. Beeflo asks if these 3-hour super duper Dima signals got legs left. Of course, man. Christian Zeladon asks, am I falling for this dead Doge bounce? Dead cat bounce. Because one thing I can see going, get in increased volatility in the following month. Anyways, what do I think about Litecoin, Bitcoin bottoming? Thanks. Okay, so what I read there was, am I falling for this dead cat bounce? Overall, no. So let's go back to my big picture here. And this is the trade that I've played out here. So I have noticed the pattern of Bitcoin following corrections, finding support at the 55 weekly EMA, bouncing, and then correcting down to the 100 weekly EMA, bouncing, and then ultimately correcting down to the 200 weekly SMA, simple moving average, and finding the local bottom there. So historically, Bitcoin has found support at the 200 weekly moving average after correction. So this is going to be the accumulation area, which right now puts us at around $20,000 to $25,000. So this is the back the truck up area. This is where we want to be getting long on BTC for the long haul. So as you can see here, this bull market's been no different. After we peaked in the summer of 2021, we corrected down to the 55 weekly moving average, bounced, actually putting in a new all-time high. And that's the first time that's happened, but it's not the first time that we've put in a bounce, like a good high bounce off the 55. Now, as you can see, we've corrected down to the 100 weekly moving average, and we are bouncing. Now, I already hit my price target. I said $45,000 to $47,000. We can see that we did hit that last week. And we are, but the market's continuing to push up. So the market can, even though we know or expect, our thesis is that, okay, we've corrected, we're going to push up and ultimately reject somewhere and then come down. You still have to trade the market that's in front of you. You know what I mean? So would I say I'm falling for it? No, I think that Bitcoin will correct down to the, $20,000, $25,000 area. But it doesn't have to, right? Like being a trader is, part of being a trader is being able to adapt and not being married to your analysis. So short selling consumer discretionary stocks running hot. Woo. Now, ooh, that's sweet. I am registering right now for that. Okay. UFCstrike.com. We're going to get the tunes on too, so it's not totally boring in here. Ba-dum-dum. Ba-dum-dum. Let me know if you guys can hear the music okay. Okay. All right, I'm in the queue. That was easy. All right. I mean, I got to use actual money? Ugh. Processing? Oh no. Hmm. Okay, let's try. Oh, you know what? I know what we'll do. Here we go. Let's do... let's do... Sorry, guys. Oh, convert. Yeah, let's convert to... Okay, cool. They do USDC. Oh, that was easy. That was annoying. What the fuck? Let's try this. This is super annoying. Coinbase has hired 2,000 new employees, 1,999 in marketing, and 1 in making sure their website actually works properly. Right? Okay, there we go. Well, thank you very much. Okay, now... All right, 1 second. And I gotta do this. Okay. Well, that was annoying. Yeah, welcome to the stream of Justin. Okay. Welcome to the stream of Justin attempting to buy NFTs for 20 minutes. It's not my fault that they're making it very difficult for me. So we'll do... Oh, cool. Easy peasy. Don't do this. Don't try this at home, kids. Watch Justin use his ledger live on stream. Got it. Okay, now we wait. So all the like major sports NFTs that I've bought have done pretty well, like the Top Shots and the MLB ones, the Major League Baseball ones that I've purchased have done pretty well. Anything that I've bought that's like a cartoon horse or like turtle, straight to zero. Straight to zero. Okay, back to thanks guys for putting up with that. All right, so I am attempting to get in on that NFT. I love UFC. Jonah loves the snow. Hello everybody, hope all is well. Good to catch a live. I've been playing catch up, working for the man is crap. Indeed. It's even giving my own Flow wallet. Yeah, I like it. Money Printer Go BRR again. Yeah, I know. We got to see, you know, so the emergency Fed meeting yesterday just said that they're kind of committed to a 0.5% basis point hike. But that's it. It was very loosey-goosey, you know? Thank you, Don Verelst. That's the Lego. Oh, that's actually DLive. That's a little DLive dude. Yeah. I got it from the creator of DLive at San Francisco Blockchain Week. It's funny you called Fed rate policy inflation rate, since raising the rate raises the price level. Thank you. Yeah, you're right, Mr. Ether. You know, I've never really used AutoView. I should. I just use 3 Smart Trade, or manual. I trade on Bybit manually as well. Alex81SG has entered Sushi, Theta, Kusama. 92 to 76 to 90% win rate. Fingers crossed. Nice, dude. Very nice. So Sushi and Theta 2 hours, super duper Dema strategies, and Kusama 3 hours. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I love the super duper Dema strategy. Works on so many time frames, dude, on so many assets. A super trend's one of those popular technical indicators out there, and it's just really good. It's really good. So combining that with a good stop and target system, and boom, you've got a good system. K7 Jixer. I don't think Bitcoin has ever returned to the previous cycle. You're right. Yeah, it hasn't. Good to see you, Mervyn Skidmore. Yes, we got the jazz club going on in here. Hey, Joe. Off topic-ish here. Am I into fitness? If so, what kind? Yeah, I am. So I go to the gym. Just do your traditional. So right now it's the winter months. So kind of the goal is just to bulk up. So I'm mostly just doing, like heavy sets. Putting on weight, eating a lot. And then in the summer, I'll go back to CrossFit, leaning up, more running with the dog, stuff like that. I'm running with the dog every morning right now, which is pretty fun. And actually, just this morning, I got invited to a jiu-jitsu club in the city where I live by. So that'll be fun. I'm kind of actually looking forward to that, getting back and rolling. So got 22,755 people ahead of me in the queue. Let's see. How am I doing? All right, cool. Yeah, they got my money. I now have a balance on Dapper. All is well. And now my wait time is just 8 minutes. Okay. Seems like the music stopped. Let's fix that. Beastie Boys. Nice try, Coinbase. The suspense is palpable. Binance US under SEC investigation. Let's find out. Over trading affiliates. Discord. The looks Discord is down. Let's try So again, essentially the allegation is that there are two trading firms that act as market makers on Binance US, Merit Peak Ltd and Sigma Chain AG, and they act as market makers. Listen, of course they're probably getting preferential treatment. They can see flow. They're able to see order flow. And most institutional traders can see order flow. But at the same time, like being able to see flow doesn't always mean you're going to be successful. You still have to be a good trader. You still have to be able to capitalize on that. Like being able to see order flow seems like it's a huge benefit. Like order flow coming in seems like it's a huge benefit. But it's not. Everyone thinks that these institutional traders have all of these like amazing tools and gifts and that they can predict the way the market goes. They don't. All right, so taking a peek back at looks. Yeah, price has essentially gone up since we talked about it, since we started talking about it. Let's check in with yeah, like we bought, like we're already, yeah. I don't know, life's funny. But we're at the point of control right now. And Minx is getting close to the overbought area. So we've got a range inside of a range. You guys can see this high volume node right here, this value area. Again, you could trade any deviations out of it as well, short, long, rather than the entire like big range right here. Yeah, in fact, I think it'd probably be fairer to establish this range up here now. We don't really want to see price down here. It could happen though. We'll see. We'll see what happens on this movement right here. Let's see here, Luna. I like this, you know. Big buy at the point of control and then the push off. Higher low. Going to be shooting for this higher high right here. So we're going to hold on to the Luna position. We are not going to drop that. See if we can turn 300 into 700. And Bitcoin, I mean, we got a good entry, so there's nothing really here to do. We'll just be patient. Wait for price to come here, and then we'll sell, and then we'll short. And we'll wait for price to come here, and then we'll sell, and then we'll short. Crypto Rick asks what? Oh, shoot. Almost missed my chance to buy my All right, I got him. It's 0.375% odds to get a pack with 1 champion moment and 2 contenders. All right. So I think... All right, so give me a second and I'll log into my... I'm going to have to do it over here. Oh, you know what? I don't have to do that. That's silly. All right, just give me a sec, guys. Let me set up this new... There we go. All right, so as you guys can see, I did get my UFC strike. Let's open it up. See what we get. That's so exciting. Own the glory. All right. Okay. Ooh, Nagano. Knockout. We got... okay, so the Nagano might be pretty cool. Your tokens will appear in your wallet in the next few minutes. So the Nagano here is pretty cool. UFC 249, that's a good one. Let's see. And that's about like all I can do with them. So that's the rando pack. I don't know if these are rare or not. But I do like Nagano. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, there we go. Let's look at my Nagano. It's a 38-second long. Yeah, here we go. Let's watch this knockout. Dink. Get him. Get him. That dude's a monster, man. That is a human machine. Look at that. Look at him. You imagine getting hit by, like, listen, like, you know, the worst UFC fighter, if they came to your local gym, would just completely run shit. All right, let's see what else we got here. So I think that's probably my favorite. And then we got DiChirico. I think I saw this fight. Oh, that was nasty. That was super nasty. I'm so happy. Thank you, Mom. All right, that's pretty cool. All right. And this is the last one that I got. This is just a prelim fight. Wow. That looked like an accident. Like you didn't mean to actually like knock him out there, but it worked. Shit. Dink. Cool. I like it. So that's a prelim. And this is middleweight. I don't think this is a... Yeah, this is the main card, so that's good. And the Nagano has got to be a main card. Yeah, main. So two main. So not bad. Two main cards and a prelim. The prelim's probably not worth anything. Now I do like the UFC, so I'll probably hold on to these and just expect their value to increase over time. But I'll see what options are available like on the secondary markets. It's on the Flow blockchain, so it's not like I can just open see them, but let's get back over here. Okay. So pretty cool. Did you guys, I know some of the guys in here were grabbing it as well. Did anybody get any cool ones like a collector? I can do it 4 more times? I bet I could take him. No, dude, absolutely not. If Francis Ngannou like flicked me, I'd fall on the ground. I'd give him some of that straight ninja, please. Oh. Marketplace opens up on the 25th. Okay, cool. Yeah, so. Okay, so Crypto Rick had asked about grid trading. Grid trading's great. Grid trading works. It's a good strategy, especially in a range-bound market. You know, the only problem with grid trading is that once you break out of that range, you know, your strategy could have you going short or selling. Like, it just depends on how you set your grid up. I do like in a bull market, I do like the buy low, sell high, not short grid trades. They tend to do real well because they just get you in at good prices. Yeah, the DCA bots are very similar though, I think. Oh, you got Tuivasa, Alex? Nice. I just watched Tuivasa knock out what's his face on Saturday. Who did he fight? Derek Lewis. That was a good fight. That was a really good fight. Well, why not? All right. We will wait for that to go through on the Ethereum blockchain. Because, as always, dude, it never fails. It never fails. When I try to purchase... let's see here. It never fails. Whenever I try to purchase like anything cryptocurrency related with a traditional TradFi card of mine, always fails. Always fails. I know like some people don't have these problems, but I always have these problems. And when I send crypto, it always works. So, you know. All right, so I doubt I'm going to be able to get another one. These are almost sold out, and it's like a 55-minute waiting room. But we'll see. Dominus Spinay, good to see you again, my friend, as well. Justin is going to show off his $1 million XRP stack. That'd be maybe a 1 million. No, if I bought hey, good thing we didn't buy. Looks. Got that rejection right there from the point of control. And so... oh, man, look, there it is. It's the fraud detection center for my card. Yeah, that's my bank. It's automated, but every time I try to buy crypto, man. Every time I try to buy crypto with my card. All right, hold on, guys. Well, yes, I would be interested in an XRP CD account. We're on hold. They are taking forever. See you, Dominus. Sorry it's a little boring. I'm using that old Motorola Razr, Don Camden. All right, yeah, they even blocked my card until I verified who I was. So awesome. Love traditional finance. Anytime 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 I try to buy anything crypto related with my card. All right. Original BlackBerry for the financial. Stop it. Crypto tax avoidance. No, I'm not sure what Jason's been up to, guys. Probably being pretty successful at trading. We train them well. Okay, so do we want to try and pick up a position here at the bottom of this range? I think we're gonna have to. Let's just wait a second. Let these candles close, not catch any falling knives until we see price turning around. But the strategy going in today was to pick up a long position in looks and to be patient with our Bitcoin position and to be patient with our Luna position here, looking for a higher high. So that's what we're going to do. Jordan Stotts asks if I have my... Wow, they're calling me again? Jesus. Wow. Wow. Right. They're like, actually, sir, we believe that cryptocurrency is fraud, so we're just going to have to close your account. Do I have my tomatoes and pepper seedlings going? I do not. I do not. I am not going to find an opportunity to likely garden this year. I've got too much going on this year. I gardened well, so it's been now, it's going to be like 2 years now. That's really breaking my heart. We'll see, because out here at the new place, we got to get the soil ready. You forgot the mute button. We heard your convo with Pablo Escobar about the new shipment of tomatoes and seedlings. No, I've watched enough Ozarks. You know what I mean? I'm good, man. Okay, overall, big green day for the market. Top gainers are going to be GRT, Gala, which we were looking at yesterday. Decentraland up pretty well today. Pretty much everything's up and doing good. Luna's up 5.7%. So we could have grabbed some alpha if we had got into the graph or Gala, which, again, we were actually looking at Gala yesterday. But Willy Woo Coin and Luna were the ones that were really on my radar. So that's where we're at. Jordan can send me some rabbit fertilizer for some Sia coin. Okay. All right, so let's reiterate our plan here again. Do I still buy low caps? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Luna is not really a low cap. It's one of the largest, but I mean, certainly less than I used to. I mean, I mostly just trade Bitcoin and what's available on Bybit now currently. I've got my DCA bots running on Binance US and KuCoin, and yeah, things have been pretty good. I just keep it pretty simple, actually. Would probably have 500,000 from the bonus alone. Yeah, Gala's done incredibly well. Cosmos, so that's one to watch. Atom. Is going to be adding some GameFi. So I would definitely keep your eye on Atom here. Yeah, you know, Tomb and 3Ohm, they're spin-offs. Do I think they're going to last very long? Likely not. But I don't think you're going to get rugged. Now, 3Ohm did drop about 50%, actually about 80%. Dropped 50% just like last week. And then it's dropped another 30%. But let's see if we're on the uptick now. Keep in mind that the 3Ohm is not printed. The 3 shares is. 3Ohm is a fork of Tomb protocol. Tomb protocol is the most popular protocol on the Phantom network. It's an algorithmic stablecoin that's pegged to the value of Phantom. So 1 Tomb equals 1 Phantom. And it accomplishes this through the process of seigniorage. So the way that the coin retains its peg is that if you hold Tomb, you can take that Tomb and wrapped Phantom, and you can provide liquidity on Spooky Swap or Spirit Swap, I think. Spooky Swap's the only one I do it on, but and then in return for providing that liquidity, you're going to get an LP token, a liquidity provider token. You take that LP token and you lock it up on the Tomb platform. There's other LP tokens you can do this with as well. Genesis pools for new Tomb forks allow you to stake cryptos to receive the initial underlying, but and then it prints Tomb. So if you buy Tomb and then stake your LP tokens, when the price of Tomb is above 1 Phantom, so when it's above the peg, the money printer goes burr and prints you out free Tomb. You sell the Tomb on the open market, and that helps keep the price pegged to 1 phantom. When price is below 1 phantom, you can take your tomb, lock it up, get T-bonds, and that allows you to cash in your T-bonds. It reduces the selling pressure on the market, holds you into your position, and then when price is back above the peg, you can cash your T-bonds out for large amounts of tomb to sell back onto the market, which would likely push the price back down. So it's very complicated. It's really not that complicated, but there's a lot you can do with it. It's pretty fun, and now there's just a ton of tomb forks. I went over this in the mentoring session. So we've got whatthefork.xyz, I believe, is the watch. Yeah, this is the watch for all the tomb forks. So there's Olympus style forks, tomb forks. You can discover them across all the different networks. So tomb forks and Phantom, for example, right? We've just got them. We just got these listing all the time. You know, you got to be careful because there's a lot of rugs, you know, rugs, but not all of them are. You know, like I lost, well, West Finance is dead, and they typically only last for a little while. But 2 ohm and 3 ohm. So Scarab Finance was like one of the first big ones, and then 2 ohm. It's been pretty popular. Let's see here. Yeah, and interestingly enough, Davy Jones was pretty cool, but I lost a lot of money on that one, I'm not gonna lie. So overall, it's been pretty good to me. You just gotta, overall, I would say that taking advantage of the money printer go BRR thing has been less profitable to me since I just started swing trading them, right? So as with all things, you avoid the impermanent loss of staking your LP tokens. And so I think you just trade the chart utilizing technical analysis. And let's see if we can get volume profile. There we go. Sweet. So yeah, you just trade the chart that's in front of you, and Bob's your uncle. So we can see that there's a lot of tomb accumulation going on right here at these price levels. So we can see that by the increase in volume here by time, and also the increase of volume here by price. So not surprising, tomb has dropped like 80%. You can also auto compound your seigniorage via gelato. Yeah, so I use Beluga. I use the Beluga maximizer vault. So like right now. So yeah, you can come over here to the beluga.fi maximizer vault. And right here, they've got, so here's Tomb Phantom LP maximizer. You put your Tomb Phantom LP in here, and this auto compounds your rewards. And it doesn't auto compound like most auto compounders. It compounds into the reward token. So in this case, you're going to be getting T-Share Phantom LP. It's going to be your reward. And then it locks that up into the T-Share Phantom LP maximizer. Right here, T-Share Phantom LP, right? And you earn more T-shares. So it allows you to earn yield on top of yield. It's not just dumping your yield onto the market. It's auto compounding. And I like it. There's a good thread on Belugafy and their maximizer vaults and how they're different from normal auto compounders on Twitter. Yeah, so this is a pretty good article here from Crypto Cred. The Beluga dev is a difficult lady to deal with. I like this. It even became reasonable to argue that one should deliberately lower their IQ to make the most of the market. That's really good. Now the market is hard. It will be stupid again at some point. You just need to survive, which generally consists of some combination of being able to stomach both volatility extremes, not blowing up on leverage, not losing everything to chop, and not being all in altcoins that don't make it to the next cycle. Wow. See what happens? I got distracted. That's okay. I'm playing the long game here. Let's do a check-in on our positions here, guys. Okay, so long on Bitcoin USDT, long on Luna, long on Looks. And don't mind this. This is just my this is my DCA bot for the inverse perpetual contract. So far up about $400 today. And we made, this is actually should be like $340 yesterday. Because we also made money off the short from BTC-USDT. So not bad. I think we lost the music again. Mm-hmm. There we go. A little bit happier music. Got distracted too. Lost my entry on Luna right on the 618. Thank you, Dan. Thank you for logging on and seeing us, my friend. Back up to the point of control and a little bit of a sell pop. I might buy some comb. But more like so I think I want to do 268 for the breakout. And I'm pretty sure I want to do, let's see if we can't snag. $222. All right. All right. Today was all about being patient. Let's take a look here at looks. Yeah, we could have got our entry here. For, I don't know. Yeah, it would only been like 3%. But we'll see. Our price is still consolidating underneath the daily point, today's point of control. And I mean, listen, so I could have done this and I probably would have made, yeah. I could have traded, again, I could have range traded this with only one loss right here. This move right here. Instead of looking at the big box, right? I would have made more money today. So like long here, sell here, short here, sell, cover here, long here, which is essentially what we're doing with Bitcoin, all right? We are trading the range. So Bitcoin back up, kind of the top of that range right there. Or excuse me, the bottom of resistance. We'll see if we can break out and above. Okay. Missed the streams when Alex was in the middle of analysis and the internet would go out. I did buy some Phantom for the dump reserve fund. Jesus was the original CrossFit warrior. Yeah, I see that my the queue is currently paused. So I don't know if we're gonna get another pack. I think it's sold out. Yeah, pretty sure it's sold out, bro. So I think we're done for. Oh, you lucky duck. I only got the one. Maybe if my bank wouldn't have made it so difficult for me to purchase them, I'd have been ready to rock. You know, I really like the mouse, I'm not gonna lie. Parmesan cheese token. The cultured utility token. Get it? Cheese culture. That was dramatic. I thought it was Hunter Biden's token. The Parma token. All right, guys. So we have gone for 2 hours. I think that is where we're going to pull it today. So let's just go over the game plan one more time. We want to be kind of cautious as Bitcoin comes up to this area. Now, not too cautious that we sit on our hands and we don't do anything, because Bitcoin can accelerate further up here. I mean, we can totally put in a lower high anywhere between here. Now, you know, we don't want to be too greedy at the same time. We already did bounce off the 100 weekly, and we're already up 23% for that movement. But this is Bitcoin, so 23% isn't going to cut it. You know what I mean? Let's go to the daily. The daily is looking great. All right, so there's two possibilities that could happen here. So we do have a continuation signal. Here's the crossover from time transformation. We are above the daily baseline. Parallax is bullish. So on today's close, I say we give it a go. And we're going to be targeting 46, 47, and 49,000. All right, so we're going to be looking to take this to the upside. Now, if we fail here, okay, we want to kind of be cautious, because then that's going to be a lower high and almost a swing failure pattern. Okay. But we trade in the direction we're supposed to trade. We've broken the baseline, pullback, nice entry. I say we go. 3 hour. We're long from the super duper DEMA strategy. Finally. In profit, things are good. We're here consolidating near the top of the range. And we've got a pretty big range here from 44,000 down to 41,000. Okay. Ideally, we stay in the top of this range, this 2% range right here. So I'd be looking to scoop anything up down here around 43,200. I'd be looking to sell above 44,300 right here is what I'd be looking to do until this range breaks. We're going to be monitoring that range on the lower time frames, gives us an opportunity to trade them. So here's our range. Let's go back to the 3 hours so we can talk about what we're going to do should that not happen. Significant breaks, really here above. I mean, we should be getting into the long anyways on the daily time frame. We already hit our take profit target. But let's talk about what happens if we come back down here to 41,000 and we break down. You can see there's a low volume node from 41,000 all the way down to 38.5. So if we break down below 41, we're going to fall pretty fast. All right. So I don't think there's anything wrong with playing it safe. You could be putting on shorts in this area right here as well, assuming price fails. Just be ready to counter that with long positions or by closing out your position. If we get, I'd say, a close above 45,000. Right now, on the lower time frames, we're just being patient. We're just range trading. So we scooped up our long down here, and we're just going to wait for that 44,000 price target before we sell, and then we'll cover. We're short, and we'll try to cover down here until the range breaks. All right, guys. We're also long on looks. Okay, just nominal position. We just scooped up a little bit. We do need to add more around here, though. We'll just wait. We'll be patient. Let's see. You know, I'll be looking to buy here, I think. And then ultimately down here if price gets this low. But, you know, I'm bullish. I want price to go up. Everyone's been shorting looks, and I'm being a contrarian. We're also long on Luna. And that's our big winner of the day. We got long on Luna yesterday. And price is looking good. I like this. Consolidation below the POC. Push up, pull back, and push up. So we're looking for that higher low, or that higher high. It's around $64. So that's another 15% up from where we're at. So that's what we're going to do. All right, guys, that's about all for today. Let's slide over to the big scene. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me for another exciting episode of Breaking Bitcoin, brought to you by Cracking Cryptocurrency. Of course, I have been Justin Wise, your host today. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, sarcastic remarks, and or death threats, I'm trying to figure out where the music's coming from. I really don't know. Anyways, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, sarcastic remarks, hot stock tips, or death threats, leave them in the comment section down below, and I will do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. If you guys want to support the show, make sure to subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Give us a follow or a subscription over on DLive or Twitch. If you happen to be watching on those platforms, does help the channel out. Lets us know that you enjoy the content. And again, if you leave a comment down below, it does help the algorithm pick up our content and push us out to others as well. So we do really appreciate that. If you guys would like to use our premium indicator suite, if you guys would like to learn to trade how we do, you can check all that information out on our website, crackingcryptocurrency.com, or sign up for premium.crackingcryptocurrency.com, and trade right alongside me and the others in the open market. So we will be back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, and that's going to be 1 p.m. on the Eastern Seaboard, guys. Until then, trade safely. Don't forget to tip your waitresses, and be good to everybody. Cheers, guys. Ooh, Priz Ventures, thanks for the bits, my brother. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.